Lisa and Joe, who answered a casting call to be extras. Like, there isn't a chance that this movie happens without them.
I met Joe Vanetta in 2002. I was working for a concrete company and I was a salesman. And I was on a deer lease with 16 men. And I met him at London Hall, which is a beer joint. And my boss said, "That's a good looking man over there. Y'all look like Ken and Barbie. You should go over and talk to him." And I said, "He's probably this tall." And I got over there and we were the same height and he asked me to dance and the rest is history.
Some days I don't know how I got so lucky.
I'll tell you. We met January 5th, he proposed March 26th, and we got married August 24th. Joe and I got started in film because I have a love from my grandmother taking pictures when I was a little girl, and I wanted to be in the movies, and she thought my brother Neil and I would be great in the movies, in the Westerns. And my brother Neil passed away in 2016, and his love for Westerns was important to me. And so a friend of ours, Randall Oliver, who's in Big Iron, kind of got me on a film set and said, "I know this is your dream, so would you like to do it?" And my granddaughter was starting theater at her 6th grade class, and we thought it would be fun to have the grandkids with us. So when we get older, they'll have a movie and say we did a movie with our grandma and our grandpa.
Well, we got involved with Big Iron kind of by accident. We went to Maynard to be in another small event that got canceled because of the weather, and we were there in our RVs, spent the night, and the next morning we just kind of fell in.
That night we're sitting at the Airbnb and it's me, Eric, and Aaron, and I'm like, "So we're getting horses tomorrow, right?" And they're like, "Yeah, we got both of them." I said, like, "Yeah, I got a guy. Yeah, I got a guy." And I was like, "All right, well, what happens if the horses don't show up?" And they're like, "Well, then we're just gonna shoot a Western with no horses."
The next morning after the first day of filming, we got up, the horses were lined up to show up with another Wrangler.
30 minutes before they were supposed to be there, they called and said, "We're not coming."
And I had the horses at home and just, took the opportunity to tell them, and they said, "Yeah, go get them."
Joe came up, knocked on the trailer door, and he had Eric with him, and he opened the door and he said, "Can we go get horses for these guys?" "Why are you asking me? Jump in the car and go." And I know that Eric and them they were so excited about having horses, and Joe was excited that he could ride a horse. And it didn't take long to get to know the main actors and all you guys behind the scene, and then all of a sudden it's like, these kids have got a dream, and we just want to make sure that dream gets fulfilled. So then all of a sudden it was kind of our mission to help, because everybody was extremely talented. We grew up with that song, so we just kind of mixed in. The cast and crew was so cool, and what is so funny is the guys, and I don't know, it was Eric and Caleb, and kept coming over apologizing to the little group that sits in a room and waits to be called out. They kept coming in going, we're so sorry, it's just gonna be another 30 minutes. And I walked out and I grabbed him by the shirt collar and I said, "Eric, this is your dream, live it large. We are sitting in here, we have water, we have food, we have camaraderie. It's one of those things that we want you to excel at what you're. Stop coming in here and telling us how sorry you are. Get out there and let's make this movie."
I kind of like helping everybody kind of learn a little bit of the Western lifestyle. They came from a part of the United States that, you probably watch it a little on TV, but you kind of have to kind of change your dialect a little. Damien's dialect, he had a little bit of a New York accent, and he had to learn how to say water.
And then on the last day, we want to get a bunch of pickup scenes. We want to just turns out Lisa and Joe have a 500-acre ranch. What? So Thursday night, we head up to the ranch. They cook us the most unbelievable dinner you've ever had. right? It was basically chicken fried venison, which the only person they told that that's what it was before they served it was me, because all these Iowa boys would freak out, but whatever.
All of the gang came out Thursday night and we fed everybody, and it was like having a house full of boys. It was like all of y'all were my children. All of a sudden it was just a big party. And
I think it could best be described as like herding cats.
Now wait a minute. Wait a minute. See, who's behind the camera?
No, they mustn't see me.
It's Grant.
No!
Grant hasn't been on camera yet.
It's us, guys. We're Austin.
oh, you're awesome.
Yeah, we don't deserve you.
No, we don't.
That's
Well,
very
that's fun,
sweet
Mark.
and very smart, because now you can have breakfast.
Damien and I got up pretty early, and we went and we pinned all the cows up just to keep them out of our business while we were trying to film, because, you know, I knew Big Iron didn't need a stampede.
Friday morning, I get Joe at like 5:30 in the morning come in and kind of kick me a little bit, nudge me. He says, boy, if you're gonna play cowboy, you're gonna do cowboy shit. Get up. So I get up and I spend the next 2 hours herding cattle on horseback. I had an incident with a horse which bruised my under business. Joe fills in and does most of the stunt riding for the exterior scenes out in the country.
Man, it's one of the highlights of my life. I've played cowboy all my life, and I've always pretty much knew I could do some of that stuff. I just wish I hadn't waited to 65 to start, but here I am.
You know, we were so proud to be in Big Iron because, as I say, there were so many people involved with different dreams, and
Well, youthful exuberance, and we like seeing it come to fruition.
yeah, and just being a part of the bigger picture of all these little parts coming together and all this dreams in different areas of the world.
So overall, even with the worst luck ever, we still got every single shot we needed for that day complete. Thank you, Joe and Lisa.